We're talking about bridge, being the bridge. And we know that, of course, we are not meaning be third mainland bridge. No. We're meaning be connection, be solution, be driven, and most importantly, be a means to actually bring innovation to the world. The reason why I decided to start with this is because we're all young people. And I want to ask you, while Dr. Muna is done, Ms. Favor, you're going to give us your own experience, and then we'll have OKWULORA round up. In your work of being a solution provider, of being a problem solver, what are the experiences? What are those hurtful things that you know that if you were just a normal person, these things wouldn't come to you? But because you chose to be different, you're facing all of this. So what are these experiences and how have they shaped you in your work of being a bridge?
Right. I feel as an entrepreneur, there are a lot of things that you face, a lot of situations that you come across that you might not even have anybody to share it with. You just go through it alone. For people that love to drink, you drink. For people that, just want to sit down and cry, they cry and then they pass through it. Now, some of those personal experiences include loss of life, right? When you lose somebody that you love, when you lose a transaction that a lot of things are dependent on, you're going to get very depressed, right? Another thing I feel could hurt you in the line of entrepreneurship is the sacrifices you make. There are a lot of people you used to know, people you used to be friends with, people you used to talk to that you'd have to sacrifice for where you want to be. And in terms of channeling it to the right direction, they say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. So when you're hurt, what you can do is to move on immediately. When you recognize that you are in a negative vibration, because actually hurting is you thinking negatively, right? Everything starts and ends with the mind, right? So the moment you recognize, you need to be consciously aware that you are in the negative vibration. Once you recognize that, the next thing is to start generating positive ideas, positive thoughts. Once you correct yourself and move yourself from the negative vibration to the positive vibration, you'd have positive results. Most of the time, what might shock you the most is not being where you want to be as compared to where you are. So your current results will be pressuring you as to look at where I want to be or look at how old I am.
Look at where my mates are. Look at where my mates are.
So that pressure can get you really down. But then at the end of the day, once you recognize that pressure is there, all you need to do is to think of the next step, calculate the budget for the next step, and work towards it.
Please put your hands together for him. His favor, Izzy. From your experience, please share with us.
First off, running a business here, it's not easy. So, talking about hurts, most of the time, you get hurts. Okay, with my line of business, the cost of raw materials gets so high, like, as you're buying and you're calling them the next week, the price is going up. And we can't keep putting up prices because of the type of people we serve. You can't just tell someone, okay, this is 1,500 today, tomorrow is 2,000. Like, people freak out. It doesn't make sense. The truth is that most of the time you can't do it yourself. And so many things, I believe personally, are supernatural. Do you get? They are spiritual things. So I try to fight my battle spiritually, then come in the physical. You can't fight spiritually and you be the same person physically. So the God factor does it for me most of the time.
Thank you very much. Mr. Emmanuel, OKWULUORA NDI IGBO, what do you have to say? These experiences that have, of course, he took a deep breath, guys, because the experiences, you want to joke, but then God is bigger than everything. So please share with us.
So much. Criticisms, fear, frustration, pain, above all, pressure. I told my friend yesterday that I live under pressure. I sleep in pressure. I woke up with pressure. You can imagine a life where each time you wake up, you get 30 messages of people who are dying in the hospital. And when you try to tell some of them that helping them at that point is impossible, they criticize you. They say use your platform to help people you know. But God knows I'm fair enough that even the people who are closest to me, they don't influence whatever that I do when it has to do with helping people. Maybe you see me in the UK, you see me in Dubai, you think I'm having fun. Even in UK, I am under pressure. So I want to encourage us today. Most people you look up to, you want to be like. If they tell you how they live, how they sleep and wake up, you want to be able to be where you are. So I want to preach us to be content. My position is very, very difficult. Seated here and I'm under pressure. I'm sure a lot of people here are waiting for me. I don't have my life anymore. I should be in Switzerland as I'm talking to you now, but I couldn't. Because even if I go to Switzerland, I'm not settled. You open your WhatsApp, people who are dying of kidney concerns. And when you go to social media and try to do too much, those who did the donation are going to also criticize you. And tell you that every day you wake up, you post, raise money, raise money. The other people are there, the receivers are there asking you what is going on. You are doing for people you know. So that's what most times when I'm talking, I will say, where do we go from here? People will be making suggestions, gestures, do this, do that, but still, there is nothing to do. I was given an opportunity to come and do my master's in USA, free. I was given in Australia. I was given in Canada. I turned all of them down. You know why? Because of some of us here. People are depressed. I've been there. I was still there. So that person you are putting pressure on, you need to also understand my predicament. I love you. I want to be with you. I want to die for you, but do not kill me. And in all these problems and troubles, I am a blessed child. I don't know how many people, Igbo people, love the way they love me. So in the midst of the whole hellfire and all that, try to draw positivity. Try to work out things that will encourage you and put you out of depression. Things are bad, but some of them are good, and we are hoping that it will get better.
The bridge, this bridge of a thing, this bridge. It's a very, I like that. I remember speaking to them that I wanted them to speak from their heart. And there are very few events where you see the people who are speaking to you speak from their hearts. Like I said, these people are big names. And they're speaking from their heart today. So I want to remind us, in case you came here and you didn't want to leave with anything useful, please, while they're speaking, I want you to take note. If you can jot, please jot. If you can record with your phone, please do. Any way and any how possible, I want you to keep these words because they are words on marble. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So next question. I'm going to start with Favor, and then we're going to go to Dr. Muna, and then we're going to come back. No. Should I? Am I putting you under pressure? Okay. Because you're my very good friend, so I don't want to put you under pressure. The next question, I'm going to start with Favor because she mentioned something specifically about that. Oprah said, one of the hardest things in life to learn are which bridges to cross and which bridges to drop, bridges to burn. In your line of experience, you've just shared with us that there were times when things were tough and you had hands to help you stand and help you still move on. In your line of experience, how is that decision-making process? Knowing which bridge to cross with, knowing which bridge to move with, and knowing which bridge to burn.
Okay. Personally, most times I don't know. Most of the times, I don't know the bridge to cross. I don't know the bridge to burn. And like he said, the pressure is too much. So you don't even know the one you will do and everything falls apart. That is me bringing back the God factor to it again. So personally, I'm always asking the person of the Holy Spirit for help. Then writing down the things I want. The things I want to keep, the things I want to take out, the things I want to work on. Personally, I try to look at what I want to achieve. Like in the next few months, what do I want people to think about this brand? Then I look for people around that can help me, because collaboration is key. I can't really do everything on my own. So I always sought for help, whether people I know, people I don't know, people that can provide solution to the problem at hand.
I know personally for me, I don't know for most of you, most of the people that used to call me 3 years ago, they don't call me now because, of course, you'd say level has changed, but at some point, you just have to cut some people off. So, how is that process for you? And how important is it to actually make that choice of knowing which bridges to burn and which bridges to cross?
I think this is the most difficult aspect of my life, decision making. I am where I am today due to bad decisions. And most times, you make a mistake just 1 minute and it takes you 20 years to correct them. At my age, I should be a professor in international relations or mass comm, anything. But I just graduated from university. In my class, there are people I'm older than by 15 years. There's no way you do well with them because of a difference in mindset. So I am somebody who is very critical of decision. There is a song by Celine Dion called I Don't Know. I'm somebody who plays love songs a lot. I might be brave. You see me on microphone. Nah, bamba. Where are you watching from? I am very, very emotional. And this song says, I've learned when to dare and when to fight. But still, when it comes to me, I make a lot of errors. I've read books from so many philosophers, Aristotle, Plato, Socrates. These are people who understand life. But none of them has successfully defined life. If you have the ability or with your friends to know what is right to do, then you are going to be the most successful on earth. You see a government appointee, or let's say a minister, a governor, with 200 SA, SSA, SPE and all that, still to build common road or make right decision for the people. It's difficult. How about me? Even as I'm seated here, I've made mistakes this morning. I wish there is a way to go over these things, but they are natural. It is difficult. I can't tell you what I don't know. I don't even know how to make decisions myself. I love teaching you. So my prayer always is, God, as I wake up in the morning, may everything or everybody who comes my way be of a positivity. Because I've made 2 mistakes this morning. And I might make more before the end of the day. And I'm living with my blunders for years. I got an admission in Unizik in 2009. I said, I want to leave this country. My brother said, we are young. You are the youngest. Things are bad. We can do anything. We can sell land to send you to school. And it was international relations. I left. I went abroad with that money. I had issues. I find myself in detention facility as a young boy in 2000. I don't know where you are in 2009. I fell sick there. I almost died. While I stayed for 3 months, is that we don't have money for air tickets. That's the most time you see me raising money for people in prison. Abroad. I've been there. No mother to give you food. No father. No phone call. I almost died there. You eat bread, white bread and hot water. You eat it for 1 month and then you see yourself white. That's why I'm critical of my program. Do not go there. Do not go there. So decision making doesn't have a lot to do with experience. You can bring your whole community there, talk from morning till night. And the consensus of the solution will be terrible in the end. So may God help us. If you want to be a solution of any kind here, you have to step on toes. And nobody wants to step on toes because nobody wants to die, even though you are going to die someday. My position is very, very difficult. At some point, nobody wants to hang out with me because they believe I'm a security concern or threat. Only my friend at the back, Prince, and of course, Ifeanyi Okwuoto. That is why they are special to me. Every other person ran away. People want to be brave. People want to be OKWULUORA. People want to see themselves in billboards. People want to be sent invitation to visit anywhere in the world. But it takes a lot of work. All my life, I've been a helper. If I fought 20 times all my life, 19 times I fought for people I don't even know. You can't bully people where I am. You can't take people's belonging or property because you're better than them and I'm there. These are scenarios or circumstances where I want to die. So my life is very difficult. You can't blame people who don't want to talk or fight. It comes with a lot. There's a little girl called Stephanie. She was operated this morning in India. She had 3 holes in her heart. And they needed money. They went to all the big people they know. They couldn't even get into the gate. The mother sent me a message on WhatsApp and she was disturbing repeatedly. I went to Umahia. The day I did a live video for her, during that live, I think we were at 6 million naira after 40 minutes. And because the little girl was not wearing a shirt, Facebook blocked my Facebook account for 1 month. And if you want to hurt me badly, you don't need to beat me. Suspend my Facebook. You know, a guy who is depressed, who found love and acceptance holding microphone. You know, there are so many beautiful places to be. Ibiza, Santorini in Greece, Dubai. But my favorite place is that my room, that corner with microphone and headset. It was denied me for 30 days, and that woman was frustrated. She was crying, why would this guy be going through this whole hell because of me? And after 30 days and all, they got the documents from India to go to India. My position is very, very difficult. Building bridge or bridges is not about talking. You need to do the do. You need to walk the walk. These are ways to build bridges. How many of you are going to talk for people who don't really care? I'm somebody who come out in my area, other areas. This government, please come. DSS will be watching. NDLA will be watching. Everybody. So these are ways to be. We want to go to USA, Abby. US, Canada, Australia. People fought. Some of us don't know that UK colonized the USA. UK colonized Australia. UK colonized New Zealand, South Africa, Nigeria. People fought. People died for electricity to come, for roads to be built, for educational standard to be decent or high. But the whole thing is, you see your oppressor, your excellency, this and that and that. So it has always been the issue. If you want to build bridge, I don't make it sweet. I'm a realistic person. There are works to do. You go to your school, there's no ventilation, the fan is not working, classroom is dirty, you are paying school fees, you are paying for sanitation. Can you walk up to your HOD or lecturer and say, Master, these things are wrong? I recently graduated, something happened, and I did a protest. I left my exam in protest. Many of us here will know, in final year, in protest to what is wrong, I left a final year paper. And I had to write it as a carryover. And why I did that, the reason was attended to. That is how to build bridges. You can't see it talk and things happen. Thank you.
And our friends and our panelists here are going to share more. So, starting from you, Dr. Muna, the importance, when I mean importance, I mean the honest, realistic importance of being the bridge and why people should be encouraged and leave here, why they should walk out of this door and be bridges.
In becoming the bridge, it's more about yourself, right? Not looking for others. It's more about yourself. Consciously talking to yourself about what you want to achieve, right? Writing it down, getting a cost. When it comes to goal setting and achieving a goal, there is no goal that you cannot achieve when you have the cost, right? I play in the finance industry. So when you know what is going to cost you, no matter the billions, that's where you start piecing it down. Okay, I need the network. I need to know this person that knows this person. That's when you start building that network, connecting to people that will help you actualize that goal. Those people are also bridges, right? Like yourself, who are providing solutions in different industries. But if you wait for Nigeria to make you the bridge, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Since I started this business, my first physical class was this year, just last month. I've never attended any physical class. I started with trial and error. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, so I practice, and if I don't like it, I try to read about the recipes and twerk it. So I love our recipes personalized. Like, this is Oven and Butter's burger. Like, when you eat it, you know it's from us. It doesn't taste familiar with any other product. So I do a lot of working on our recipes. So it actually helped me a lot because I had to see life the way life is. It's not all rosy. Like back then when we were in school, sometimes you call, they will now send you 5K and you'll be angry, like, what would you be doing with? Well, we didn't understand what was going on behind the scene. It was from my final year and after I left school, I just knew that I needed to work, and I started working. I had to start somewhere. One thing again, it's you can't just start and it's all big. There was a foundation. I started somewhere, and started working towards it. And I had a dream. We're not where we are yet but we are somewhere. Looking back at how we started as a girl that was carrying buckets around and selling to people, then we have a place where people can actually walk in, take very cute pictures, and tell you that, wow, this is nice. Personally, I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of how far we've gone. So what I'm trying to say in essence is you have to start. You can't just keep wishing and writing down goals, and the goals won't just come together. You have to start somewhere. And you can't start, even if you have the funds to start big. Most times it doesn't really work out because you don't really know the foundations. You don't know. You have to start somewhere. Yes. So
Okay, OKWULUORA. I know a little bit of your story. I know that when you started, you didn't have so much money like you do now. And I know that a lot of people in the room actually have that story. They don't have the money to do something big. And a lot of people have this misconception that to be change, to be the bridge, to be a solution provider, to be someone useful and meaningful in life who is impacting lives, you actually have to have money. And to have money now, this is a very, very somehow situation. So I want you to, from your experience, how can people who are, I don't want to say normal, but how are people who just have value, who just have service, who don't really have products, who don't really have a lot to give to the world, how can people in their own capacity honestly and sincerely be the bridge and be solutions? And I emphasize, we say bridge, because I mean bridge would mean connections and solutions. So how can people in their own little way impact the world and of course be solutions?
Thank you very much. First of all, I don't think there is any change you can make when you are little or when you have little to offer. You need to have so much before you can offer something. And I don't like when we always shy away from government. We are the government. And I hope that someday some of us here are going to be in government. So there are limited things to do here, especially when you're a woman. Just need to go to school, come back and look for a husband that will take care of you. Because the men are also struggling. Anywhere in the world, it is the duty of government to make sure that citizens are doing fine. When you don't have a governmental support, there is little you can do. My friend here, he is an entrepreneur, is saying it or not. It's not easy. It's not easy. A guy was deported from Dubai with the little money he had. He came to my area and put this, what do they call it? That thing they used to do POS, they steal one. The container. He was there selling gas. This guy told me that for the past 1 month, nobody had come there to ask if he's selling or no. And every morning you take keke 15 naira, keke back. You eat morning, afternoon, night. And what does he do? When there is no gain, the capital suffers. Life is difficult. We must be creative. When you continue to encourage people, work out something, we overlook government a lot. Let me tell you what government is. Government is like a company owned by maybe 10 people. You know what they do? They employ people to run the company. The admin, the producer, this one, the marketing director. They are the governors, the senators, the president. After trading, you know, Nigeria export oil and all that. They bring the money back. They will pay workers. Who are the workers? The actors, the teachers, this and that. And the remaining money is going to go back to owners of the company. We are the owners of Nigeria. Some people like Germany, they give the money back through free education, free health care. When you are sick, you go to hospital free. When you give birth, they pay you. When you are unemployed in Sweden, Norway, Denmark, New Zealand, Australia, government pay you for being unemployed. That is why they do everything possible for you to have a job. So you work for your money and not be liability. And when you are working and getting money and spending money, what does he do? Economy does grow. When people are stupid, where we come from, consider them, listen to them. I don't know anywhere in the world where there is more depression than Nigeria. Nigeria is the only country in the world where there is no data. If you go to UK now and say in Northampton, they will tell you say that 30% of people in Northampton like beans, that 40% in Manchester like Gary. You know why? They value survey so much. Survey gives you what? Statistics. And without statistics, you cannot function. We live in the only country in the world without data of citizens. There is national data. There is state data. There is a local data, local government, which some people call county abroad. I'm palliative now. I see 20 bags of Gary Buja Ababa. Because from their survey, Ababa people like Gary. And those in independence layout like rice. You can't take more Gary this side and then this. For effective governance, I've come to realize that a lot of rich people want to invest in human. It's important. And even when you attain success, success comes with challenges. As in this week, I don't know what. The bigger you grow, the bigger your challenges. Somebody can hold me now and say, give me my 1 million naira. But some of us say, nobody will hold you and say, give me 10,000. Because you've not started transacting 10,000 naira. But I'm transacting millions. That is why they hold me for 1 million. Is it not true? So thank you very much.
I want you to put your hands together for yourselves, please. Yeah, so thank you for coming and taking out time today. Thank you for making it everything that you're supposed to. So take as many beautiful pictures as you want. And of course, just have a great time. And most importantly, when you leave is the time to have impact. And I know that there was something that was said here that was said for everyone. Am I correct? Okay, so there was something that was said here that was said for everyone. So I implore you and I encourage you to be the best that you can be. And most importantly, find you. And most importantly, be the bridge. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And please have a good night. Please put your hands together.